right, everybody's favorite topic, right? Fundraising, right? Exactly. So this is either going to come off like a timeshare or you're all going to be inspired. Fundraising's easy, isn't it? Many of you in this room have gotten fundraised by me, and many of you have had that response. One of the things that I've learned after talking to a lot of people across Central Oregon about the fundraising process is that there were some commonalities to a lot of what you're seeing here. You'll notice I'm flying blind without some notes here because a lot of this stuff has become very common to me. There's been an onslaught of requests. How many people in this room have been asked for money from somebody? Yeah, that's what I thought. How many of you have done the pasta fund? Exactly. So one of the things that you're finding around here is that there's this entitlement doctrine. There is this behavior that in many cases, hey, I'm from a school, church, group, whatever. Here is what you need to sponsor me for. Here is the money that I need from you. And I've learned that some of the people react negatively to it, and they've also come up with what I typically call the menu card approach. Works very well. Many of you have seen this, and it's very easy because it makes it easy to kind of get through with this, right? We're just going to get past this. But one of the other things that I've run across is empathy. I've started looking at a lot of the types of requests that I was getting and what people were giving back to me, and unless they connected with me or really understood, or vice versa, I connected with them, it was just a waste of both of our time, and we both felt icky about it. Timeshare. The thing is, though, there is real money associated with a lot of the stuff that's out there. So part of empathizing is realizing that there is money that these people need or that these programs need, and that these programs can benefit from having that access and having access to the people. But what you don't want to find is you don't want to find this. Asking for money's hard, right? We all know that. But there's some consistent behavior that I've also seen, and this is where the next slide is going to come in any second now. One of the best pieces of advice that I got was don't surprise somebody when you're asking for money. Hey, how you doing? Hey, you got money? And the second part is don't be surprised when I ask you for money. Because well, come on, here you go. There we go. Because I'm from a group that has a nonprofit. I'm from a school. I've got kids. I'm going to come up and ask you to help out and be connected. So don't be surprised. Let's have that conversation, and let's not walk away from it as if it's icky in this timeshare opportunity. In a couple of minutes, I'm not going to surprise you. I'm going to ask you for a contribution, right? So nobody's going to be surprised, right? Nobody's going to act surprised. Love that picture. I found that one up there. Okay. The other part is it's a reminder. Everybody that I've talked to is focused on the money. And one of the things, taking the Ignite Bend example, we're a lot of volunteers, and we've got some very strong volunteer-driven organizations. And I want to remind everybody that it's not always about the money. The contributions, in many cases, are the fundraising goals towards money and time and effort. There's some great opportunities that are out here, but engage in the process and recognize and be empathetic to the needs. It's not just money, but it also is they have goals. The other part is, if you don't, well, you're going to feel guilty because guilt works sometimes. And I found this, who knows about all the Korean dogs that came through Central Oregon, right? There's another great example here, and that's one of the examples that came up. I had a lot of feedback from people saying, what's in it for me? What do I benefit? And a lot of people were asking me to make sure that it was a symbiotic relationship, and I've really learned to tailor my approach, and I've also had to tailor the requests that come back at me accordingly. Asking for money is an immense privilege. You're asking people to take action on a cause they genuinely care about. And that's really struck me, and it struck with me for a whole bunch of people. There's a reward coming here in just a minute, and I'm actually leading you up to a certain point. How many think it's a timeshare? Exactly. So what you're going to find is that boy, these 15 seconds are a lot longer here. There is a secret weapon that fundraisers have. Okay, anybody know what the secret weapon is? No? You're going to find out in just a second, because I want you to be empathetic. I want you to think about what the process is. I want you to think about what the type of requests are. So, thank you very much. I'm going to hand off at this point, and you're going to see that this is actually slide 20, which is part of the presentation. Thank you very much.
Whew, man, I got serious for a second. I feel like we're at an Amway seminar or something. And I know a lot about guilt. I have an Irish Catholic father and a Brooklyn Jewish mother for 49 years. That's guilt. So I want to pass some of that guilt on to you. But, you know, donation also comes with incentive. So let me give you a little bit of incentive when you go outside and think about buying your $1 only raffle ticket, people. You can afford it. Is anybody here eating cat food for dinner? I didn't think so. Okay? Maybe somebody is. I'm sorry about that. But really, if you were eating cat food, you wouldn't have time to be here.